Coach Bob Greco purchased 7 Power Hip Trainers in the fall of 2013 for the 17 and older senior players on his high school baseball team. They trained every week over the winter and during the season. The team then won the Nebraska State Championship with a 35-3 record and a .382 batting average. Their prior year record was 25-6 with a batting average of .321. This means the team batting average increased a phenomenal 61 points after they trained on the Somax Power Hip Trainer. The reason is that the Somax Power Hip Trainer is the only baseball training aid that takes advantage of the speed multiplier built into every player, the ratio of the 3-inch distance of their hips to the center of rotation, and the 54-inch distance of the sweet spot on the bat to the center of rotation. This means that every increase in hip speed is multiplied 18 times at the bat. Bat speed increased as much as 15 miles an hour for the players who trained on the Power Hip Trainer. Faster bat speed means the player can wait longer on the pitch, which is why the team batting average increased 61 points from one season to the next with essentially the same players.
I understand that you purchased some hip trainers for your high school baseball team for the players 17 and older. How many hip trainers did you purchase?
I actually purchased 8. My son's a college pitcher, and so I bought an 8th one too, so he can use it. And then I was using that one at home also, so we bought 8 in all.
Oh, right. Okay. So why don't we tell the folks a little bit about your background? How long have you been coaching? Where are you located? And a little bit about your baseball philosophy.
Okay. I'm in Omaha, Nebraska, and I've been coaching about 25, 26 years. I've been at this high school for 21 years, and we've been really successful. We've won 6 state championships and 5 Legion state championships. So we work really hard at it, so we're always looking to get better, and that's kind of what led me to the hip trainer.
And how did you find out about the Somax Hip Trainer?
I have a friend that we do a lot of pitching stuff together, and he's in the St. Louis Cardinals organization, and he had seen it online, and we had talked a lot about it, so I just went ahead and started buying them.
Uh-huh. And why were you interested in training hip speed in your players?
Well, I mean, I truly believe that the hips are going to deliver the bat, and the hips are going to deliver the arm when you're throwing. And so, you know, we've always kind of been looking for ways to get better. I mean, I've always bought gadgets here and there over the years to try to make my hitters and my pitchers better. And so I thought, well, I want to try this. And after we bought 1 or 2, then we just kept getting them, and ended up with 8.
And what did you try before you tried to increase hip speed? What did you try before? What kind of gadget or what kind of methods did you try to increase hip speed before you got the Power Hip Trainer?
Hip speed wise, we really haven't found anything that we could try. You know, just lifting weights, something like that. A lot of the gadgets we bought were specialized bats or, you know, things like that. But for our hips, you know, we would try to do lunges, you know, we try to do side lunges, we try weightlifting, you know, but not with great results. And so, when this friend of mine and I started talking about it, I said, yeah, I'm going to try this. So that's kind of what led me to it.
Okay. So I know that your team won the statewide championship this year. How did your team do this year compared to last year?
Well, we won last year also, but the difference is I think this year we were 35-3. Last year we were, I think, 25-6. We replaced a couple starters is all. We had most of the kids returning, which of course that helps. But the glaring statistic to me was last year we hit 321, and this year we hit 382 as a team. So you know, that's 61 points on your average. That's pretty good.
So the Somax Power Hip Trainer is designed to increase swing speed. So why, in your mind, did it improve your batting average?
Well, I think as a hitter, the longer you can wait, the more time you have to see the ball, I think the more successful you'll be. And I think when you can get your hips through faster, which is going to get your bat through faster, you can see the ball a little longer.
So you can actually delay longer to get a better eye on the pitch.
Correct.
Okay. And then I understand you're playing American Legion Summer League. How's the team doing so far this year?
Still doing well. It's most of the same kids. We pretty much take the same, our one high school team, and that's our Legion team. And so I think we're 23-1 right now, so in the summer.
And what were you last summer before you used the Power Hip Trainer?
Not quite this good. I mean, we were good, but not quite this good. I couldn't tell you exactly what it was. Maybe, 4 or 5 losses or 6 losses at this point.
I see. Mm-hmm. I know that one of your guys struggled a lot with the hip trainer. It wasn't easy for him to do the drills, but he stuck with it. And I understand he's really doing well with his hitting. Tell me a little bit about him.
Yeah, he's just a big guy. He's a big guy, and he just didn't seem to move very well. And, I feel there's a learning curve with the hip trainer. It's taken us a while, and it's taken some coaching to teach the players how to do it. And I think that's where we really turn the corner once they start doing it correctly. But with this individual, he's behind a first baseman that's a big prospect, and he's only a sophomore. And so he only got about 15, 20, the one I'm talking about only got 15 or 20 at bats. Now this summer he's got about 50, and I think he's up to 11 doubles and 5 home runs. So, So it's not just helping us, it's helping him. No one was interested in him before. I couldn't find anybody to look at him. And now I think he's going to end up with a scholarship at a smaller school.
Oh, that's great news. Before you started, you tested the hip rotation muscle strength. And what did you find amongst your players?
They weren't too strong. I mean, most of them, I could easily hold their legs apart. It wasn't too difficult. And even after using the hip trainer once, you could see results in their hip strength. It took a little more force for me to hold their legs apart. And in a couple cases, I couldn't hold them apart. Oh,
and were you surprised those muscles were weak after your guys had worked out with weights?
Yeah, I would say that is a big surprise after lifting, that you're not getting any stronger, and your muscles are still weak in that area. So yes.
Okay, so when you tested these guys before they used the Power Hip Trainer and found their muscles were weak, even after a few years of lifting, squatting, were you surprised that the muscles were weak?
From like the squatting and the lunging? Yeah, I would say I was surprised, but I had no knowledge of how to compare it to anything, I guess.
Right. Okay, great.
As a baseball coach, I mean, I'm always looking for something to improve my team.
So when the guys started out on the Power Hip Trainer, how many speed turns could they do in 20 seconds?
Oh, it was in the low 20s. Boy, let me, I don't know. I would say we were probably around 20, on an average, about 25, 24, 25.
And now what are they up to?
And then, after we worked on the hip trainers for, I think it was about 5 weeks. And that jumped them up to 33, just about 33 in 20 seconds. And now most of our kids are over 40.
Wow, that's great.
Speed terms, yeah, in both directions.
Now, when you go to a game and you look at the opposing teams who have not worked with the Power Hip Trainer, what do you see as different from what you are seeing with your players?
Well, again, it's hard for me to compare because I don't know what their kids looked like beforehand, but I can tell you our kids can hit. And anybody that knows baseball and knows a team that's hitting 382, they know something's different. I feel like our swings are really connected. Our bat gets through the zone very quickly. And so, yeah, I say there's a difference, not in all my hitters compared to everyone else's. Of course, other teams are going to have great hitters, but all in all, I think the hip trainer has helped us tremendously.
Oh, great. And you, I know, measured their bat speed before you started, and then did a preliminary test just to see the increase. What was the biggest increase in bat speed that you saw?
What we did is we put a ball in a tee and put a radar gun behind it and had them hit the ball off the tee. We had them hit the ball 3 times, and we took their highest score. And then we used the hip trainers for 6 weeks, and then we come back and test it. And our highest increase, one boy jumped, I think, 15 or 16 miles an hour and ended up at bat exit velocity of 91 miles an hour.
Wow, that's great.
And overall, our average, and this is what just blew me away, our average bat speed in that 6-week period, the exit velocity jumped, I think I have 5.25 miles an hour.
That was the average. Oh.
Yeah, that was the average of I think we tested 8 kids, I think it was.
Okay. So based on your experience so far, what would you say to players, coaches, and parents about the Power Hip Trainer?
Well, number one, I think the results are obvious to me. But as a parent or a coach, I think what you really have to be aware of it is you have to work at it. What you're trying to do is get your hips to turn faster. And, concentration was an issue for us with our players. And unless I was there coaching all the time, they were making a lot of mistakes on the hip trainer. But I'll tell you what, if this hip trainer is good, if it's going to give you 5 miles an hour on your bat exit velocity, I think almost everybody would take that.
Yeah, so you would recommend that coaches and parents help their kids do the drills correctly?
Most definitely. Most definitely. I think it's very hard to watch yourself do it. You need to be coached, but the results are there.
Yeah. So anything else that you can think of that you would like to add?
No, I really don't have anything. I'm excited to use it. We, during our season in the spring and the summer, we try to use them twice a week is what we do. And last night we played a doubleheader, and we got about 5 guys done before the doubleheader, and we finished everybody else up afterwards. And, the kids know this is part of our workout, and the kids are getting into it because they see the results.
So you can actually use it during the season?
Yes.
Great. Okay, Bob. Well, thank you very much. And I don't think I need to wish you good luck with your team, because it doesn't seem like your achievements are based on luck. They're based on hard work and always looking to find ways to become better.
Well, Bob, we'll take good luck anytime we can get it. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take care, Bob.
Bye-bye.